Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ben with another crypto update here. This one might be a little longer than 2 minutes, so I'm going to put it on YouTube for you guys. I just want to just go over kind of what Bitcoin has done and the correlation of that with the rest of the market. I got people texting me about stuff about crypto. So if you're new, you should know that I'm not a polished guy. I don't do edited videos. I don't have notes in front of me. I just open this up and really try to find significant levels and resistance and support lines and how they play off the MAs, and looking at volume and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I roll. I don't do any kind of predictions. I don't go that route at all. So if you like it, I would appreciate subscribing to my channel, and you can keep up with the videos there. So anyway, for those of you that aren't new, you know how long I've been talking about the 42,000 range for Bitcoin and why it's so important in my eyes of over the past couple of days to break through this on a higher time frame like the daily. This was our high here, almost exactly on at 42,000. I think it's 41,999. So 42,000 off of our first run up here on this really nice looking bull flag here. Came down, touched the 50, then we had kind of just a blah, I think. I wasn't really impressed with this structure here. It kind of started to fall apart. I think a lot of that had to do with this not really coming down and actually checking 42 and or the 50, and it just kind of created kind of a blah scenario up in here. We put in this really big bear flag here, and then obviously our sell-off, right? And so since then, I was expecting or hoping, I guess not expecting, but hoping that 42,000 would hold here for Bitcoin, and so that we could maybe kind of bounce off this and start working our way up, but it didn't happen, so we fell through. So since then, for the past 3 months, as people know on my feed, I've been talking about the importance of breaking back through 42 on a higher time frame like the daily, and then rechecking it as a support level so that we can continue to go on up. And so over the past couple weeks, we've made this really nice move up. We put in this nice little bull flag here on the daily, which looks really good. And we started our next leg up. And so I would really like to see this thing come up to a certain level and then flag out on the daily again, back down, and really touch this 42 level to claim it as support. I think if we do that, we have a really good possibility of seeing some continuation to the upside for sure. And that's going to go along with everything, not just Bitcoin, but your alts as well. Bitcoin rules this universe. I mean, you can argue it all day. Of course, we want our alts to run without Bitcoin's help, but they may do that at some point. Right now, they do not do that. They're not going to do that anytime soon, in my opinion. And so that's why I watch Bitcoin so closely. I own 0 Bitcoin, to be completely honest with you, but I watch that chart often because I know everything correlates to it. So that's what I'm watching on Bitcoin, 42K. Again, I'd love to see it run up. Actually, we can drop in a line here. I look for lows, like see this little low here on this daily. We can drop it off there. So I would expect this this guy to run up and maybe wick above here, come back down and put in like another nice little bull flag here, just like this one. So it would be kind of like a mimic of that one, and that would give the end of the flag touching this 42K as saying, yep, we have support now here, and now we can go up and continue, and then we can start looking for lower highs of things that we want to break as we move it up, right? So, but first and most importantly, we had to break 42, and we did, which is very exciting to me. This 50 is starting to twist up, which is very nice looking. It would be really cool to see this thing come, and we have it's not a death cross anymore for all you death cross people. So that'd be a very nice cross there for the 50 to cross the 100. So that's what I'm watching on Bitcoin. That affects all the alts, and some alts will lag, some alts will run. There'll be some outliers that kind of run by themselves without Bitcoin, but all in all, most everything kind of follows what Bitcoin's doing. A lot of times the alts do lag a little bit on the Bitcoin move, so don't be too afraid if your alts aren't moving. One of my favorite alts and the biggest position I actually own is HBAR. So if you're new to my channel, You may not know that, but this is the biggest position I own. I was lucky enough to get into this early, and I've been holding and buying the dips as we have gone down the whole way. I bought, a pile more of it when we were down here over the last month or so, because I saw this high here and just how much support it had held so many times, especially on this double bottom here on the daily. I knew it was pretty much a good place to put in some buys, and so I did that, and now we've worked our way up here. We made it through the 50. We made it through diagonal of our mid-range channel here. Like I said, the 50, and now that we had the 100, I mean, we had so much down pressure on HBAR. It was just so congested in this area right here. It had just a major amount of resistance to break through. We had our uptrend diagonal here, and the 50 in the middle, and the 100, and we had horizontal resistances, and it all kind of came to a head here. We're able to break through, and I mean, look at this squeeze that it's in right now. But this daily right here is significant to me because we did get above the 100 on the daily, and I'd really like to see this thing start flattening out. I would have rather seen this thing kind of come up and come back down and check this big 2151 level of resistance it's had for, I don't know, since we fell below it back in May. So it's kind of the same thing with Bitcoin. I want to see this thing run up and come back down and check, and then we finally could break out of this range that we've been in for since early March. We started this range all the way through, and we've made this big rounded bottom here. I mean, I think I did this quickly on a video the other day. Where's my curve? So you can start kind of around here, draw to where we are. I mean, look how centered it is. It's pretty obvious that we have at least tried very hard to put in a bottom here. We've made the moves that we needed to make. We've broken the resistances that we needed to break, and that rhymed, by the way. And it's fine. I mean, I know people keep DMing me and asking, when's HBAR gonna go? When's it gonna go? I mean, this isn't a get rich quick thing. I mean, sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's not. You got to be patient, especially when we're trying to put in this huge bottom here. I mean, this is months of work in here to make this happen. And the fact that we broke this resistance and now we're up above the 100, I'd like to see this really play out. I mean, I think this is the best option that HBAR's had since it made its run. I wasn't expecting any of this to hold and continue to go. I was buying dips along the way in case it did, but until I saw this big rounded bottom, that's what I was kind of waiting for, that there is actually a bottom forming here and a momentum that's forming. So momentum is real in crypto and in trading stocks or in whatever. It's real in sports. It's real in a lot of things. It's a mental thing as well. So once the momentum, there's momentum here, obviously of a downtrend, right? We have momentum going down. It takes a lot, man, to make that momentum slow down and create a new direction of momentum, if that makes sense. And I think we're at the very, very bottom of a momentum area starting across the board in crypto. And the biggest things that I'm looking for to see this momentum really continue, like I said, is a move up and then a recheck of all these resistances that we've been trying to break for the past few months across the board. So that's what I got for you on HBAR. Don't be worried. I'm not worried. I'm not even worried if we come down and recheck kind of in here one more time. I'm fine with that. I'm feeling really good, man. I'm bullish. I've been bullish for the last few weeks. I switched from kind of neutral-ish to bullish when Bitcoin finally made a couple big moves here, and these candles that it put in, some very significant candles on the daily. And so I'm very bullish at this point. Good grief, look at Doge even. I mean, Doge is pumping. So, like I said, momentum, right? So it's a big part of it. The mental game is a big part of it as well. And I think that's going to play out in a lot of coins. And again, once again, I would just continue to watch Bitcoin. It's going to tell you a lot about the market.
I know it's hard not to just stare at the altcoins that you have. That's all I own is altcoins, and I own, 8 or 10 different ones. I don't. HBAR is my biggest, but and I constantly just watch Bitcoin because that's just telling me what's gonna happen. And sometimes one of my alts, goes off on its own, whatever. But it doesn't really mean much of anything to me if Bitcoin's not moving. So anyway, that's all I got. Hope that helps you guys out, gives you some levels to watch, gives you some things to look for in this retest, and on any of your alts. Honestly, you probably are all in a close to the same position of either breaking through a resistance or close to breaking through a resistance, like HBAR is as well. And you're going to want to watch for that push through, and then a recheck back to this support and claim this level of support so we can really start moving back up. That's what I'm looking for. So hopefully, like I said, hope it helps. If you like my low-key vibe, then subscribe to my channel. I try to do quick videos on Twitter as well sometimes, but I do some longer ones on YouTube and some more in-depth ones as well. And I know I've gotten a lot of requests. I did a charting video on HBAR when we charted out all these support levels down here. So I'm going to do a new one here in the next couple of days, as long as we break this, to show you how I chart the other direction, which is more fun, which is starting to chart lower highs, and which ones that we pick and which ones that we look for as this thing starts moving up. It's obviously more fun to chart those because that means we're moving up instead of moving down, and obviously that's a good thing. So until next time, talk to you guys later. Peace out.